So when you're traveling and you want to change money abroad, there's few things you have to be careful about. I wanted to share with you in this video how you need to act and how to save the most of your money. Because if you take the wrong decision, it might cost you up to more than 10%. And it's just going to make your travel worse. So if you want to improve it, you have to be careful of that. The first thing you need to do is always know the exchange rate. And to know the exact exchange rate, you can use Google. For example, you can put like 10 US dollars in Thai baht or something like this. You just type in Google and they will give you. You can also go on the website xe.com, which is pretty useful. They have a lot of currency and you can easily see the real exchange rate. When you know the real exchange rate, then you can start to change your money. First, you can change a little bit of money before you travel. A lot of people would like to do that so they can have some cash. I would recommend to just do like 1 or 2 day cash maximum and know that it will be cheaper probably if you live like if you go Southeast Asia or something like that. So if you change money before, you can go at your local bank or an exchange booth, something like this, but always try to have as closest as possible as the exchange rate that you saw before, because you're not going to have the best rate. You have to know that you're going to pay an extra fee, so it might not be the best option. Like for example, some people, they want to have this so they can pay the taxi at the airport. Look up, maybe there's Uber, maybe there's Grab, maybe there's other app which lets you pay by card. I will actually present you every ways to change money abroad by the most expensive at the beginning, then the cheapest one. This one is not really the most expensive, but now we're gonna go in the expensive category. The really expensive category, and that's one of the worst I think, is at the airport. So I had an example myself, because those examples, it's more like I traveled for more than 2 years, almost 3 now, everywhere around the world, in Asia, in South America, North America, Europe, anywhere you want. And I know a lot of the traps that I fall into and my friends fall into. So I gather everything together in this video so I can avoid you to do all those traps. So yeah, if you do at the airport, so there was at Qatar, I was like changing, I think I was going to Europe, from Asia to Europe. So I had some Thai baht, so I say, like, yeah, you know, let's change them. So I go to the counter, ask them 5,000 baht, and they say, yeah, we will give you 106 euros, sorry, not 1,000, otherwise I would have said yes. So I checked on my app, and actually normally 5,000 Thai baht at that moment was 136 euros. So it was just like I would give them away almost 30 euros for nothing, like because they have the money, they could exchange, and they will have like travelers from Thailand and travelers from Europe exchanging. So that was a huge fee, and you have to be careful because that's where you're gonna pay the most. Airport exchange rate is not so good. So most of the exchange booths actually where you travel everywhere in the cities, like that's the solution that people use the most. Like for example, they go to Europe with US dollars and then they exchange there. But yes, they write no commission on it. And I had a friend one time who asked me like, how do you change your money? So I explained like, yeah, do this, do that. So why you don't use the exchange booth? There is no commission. Say, okay, so how do the people living in the exchange booth live? And how do they rent it? And like my friend started to smile and I realized, oh yeah, there is something. So what they do actually is those exchange booths is they put in the exchange rate, they will give you a sneaky commission. So there will be a slight difference. It can be a big difference. So for example, if I come with €1, instead of giving me $1.2, they would give me only 1.15. So I will lose a lot of money if I do a big transfer. And there is no commission, okay, there is no like fees on this or things like that, but the exchange rate is actually not good. It's not the real one. So you have to find the exchange booth that have the closest one. But it's not the solution I recommend, because every time you're going to pay a commission, because those guys need to live. They usually have an exchange booth that is near touristic area. So it's going to cost you a lot of money. But sometimes they can have a quite low fees, as there will be a lot of people asking for your money, so they can make money on the other one who is asking money for it. So I would rather avoid them. Your best friend can actually be in your wallet and can be your credit card, debit card. If you have one that is good for travelers, I will put actually for European travelers and other travelers, if you have a good credit card, you can share it in the comment. Like for example, I know in Europe, we have few banks that are pretty good. I will put you the link in the description. You can go and use it for the ATM. That's one of the cheapest options. You go at the ATM and you just withdraw money directly from the local money. And there's a small trap actually on the ATM. Is the ATM will ask you, do you want to be charged in your own currency? So for example, me euros, or do you want to be charged in the local currency? If you choose your own currency, they will apply again a sneaky fee in the exchange rate. So you're gonna lose a bit of money in it. So I would rather go with no. Charge me with the local currency. And that would happen the same actually when you pay by card. So you have to be careful on that. And usually that's how you have one of the lowest fees. And the lowest of the lowest is if you directly pay by card. If you directly pay by card, if your bank is good, you have to check your bank because every bank has different fees. You can check in the description if you want one of the best. Always have one account in a bank that lets you travel easily. So for them, that would be the same. Like if you pay by card, most of the time they don't ask you anything, but sometimes they can ask you like, oh, do you want to pay in the local currency or your own currency? Always choose the local currency and the fee will be much smaller. In the future, we don't know. Maybe we will not need to withdraw money like this. Maybe we will have like Bitcoin ATM or things like that that will make it easier for people who travel. But really, if you need to remember something from this video, first, have a bank that have low fees if you travel abroad. That's really important, otherwise you're gonna lose a lot of money. And that's basic things, like people who have money know how to manage money. That's why they have a lot of money. So you have to know how to manage your own money first. So I would change a bank if they have too much fees. The second thing is, before you travel, always check the exchange rate, then you compare, then you act. So you will know how to lower your fee at the most as possible. Like me, I don't pay any fees now when I withdraw abroad, when I pay with my card, because I know that I don't want to pay like extra fee for nothing. So be careful of that. I hope this video will help you. If you have any other tips on how to change money abroad, you can share in the comment. You can also share your bad stories if you get scammed or something. It's always a pleasure to share together. If you like this video or know someone that will travel, you can share it to them. And of course, leave a cheeky thumbs up. And before you leave, if you want to take care of your money, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button. And I see you in the next video. Ciao.